The team's success is further testament to the quality of our high-performance sporting system. I'd like to recognise the work of Paralympics New Zealand and High Performance Sport New Zealand for their great work in preparing and supporting our athletes at the Games. I'd also like to acknowledge the enormous efforts of the coaches, the support staff, and particularly the families who played such an important part in our Paralympians' performance. Again, I offer on behalf of the government our congratulations to all members of the 2016 Paralympic team. They are a tribute to sport in New Zealand and have made us extremely proud.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I join with the government and support the motion of the Acting Prime Minister and congratulate the New Zealand Paralympic team for its outstanding result at this year's Paralympics in Brazil. The team smashed their own target of 18 medals at the Games, with their medal haul the second highest of any Paralympian team since New Zealand started attending the Games. Crucially, the team defended their record of having the highest number of medals per capita, because after all, as we know, it's the per capita measure that is most important. Our Paralympians gave us so many achievements to highlight, from Sophie Pascoe becoming our most decorated Paralympian ever to Liam Malone smashing 2 Games records. That's part of the 11 Paralympic records our team set at this Games. But beyond just the individual performances, there are some really incredible statistics about the whole team's performance I wanted to highlight. Of the 68 events that Kiwis participated in at these Games, we reached the finals in 57 of them. And 52% of all events contested saw Kiwi Paralympians deliver personal best times. That shows a team that is absolutely on top of its game. And in overall medals, New Zealand came 13th in the world, our best ever performance. Mr Speaker, I also want to pass on the condolences of this House to the family of Bahman Gobinjat, the Iranian Paralympian who was killed in a crash during the Games. I wanted to end, though, by passing on a huge congratulations to our team. They have made New Zealand very proud. The thousands of hours of gruelling training and effort and dedication have paid off, and they've made every New Zealander very proud.
Kevin Haig.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The last 12 days in Rio have been amazing to once again see New Zealand athletes triumphing on the world stage, and the Green Party wish to add our congratulations to those of other parties in support of the Prime Minister's motion. We too highlight the performance of New Zealand on the gold medals and medals per capita measures, and once again we stand on top of the world. For New Zealanders wanting to get involved, they can contact their own local parasport program or local disability sport program, and we would encourage that people do that. More New Zealanders, more active, more often. It's a great goal for everybody. So congratulations to all of the Paralympic athletes, coaches, support staff and the National Paralympic Committee who have represented New Zealand so wonderfully on the world stage. The Green Party salute you. We wish you all the best for your continued success and look forward to seeing many of you represent this country again. While Liam Malone and Sophie Pascoe have been absolute rock stars and have justifiably dominated the news headlines, we are proud of the whole team. Thank you, sir.
Clayton Mitchell.
Thank you, sir. I rise on behalf of New Zealand First to join in the chorus of support and congratulations to all of our Olympians from the paraplegic team who went to the 2016 Rio Olympics. They really did show passion and dedication and patriotism for our country. And of course, we saw some fantastic results which have already been echoed through the House today with the 21 medals that we actually achieved. But with 18 that, sir, we only expected and targeted to achieve was something fantastic. We had 9 golds, which is our best result ever at any paraplegic Olympian equal to that. We had a total of 5 silver and 7 bronze. Sir, it is great to see a change of attitude towards sports and particularly Paralympics, sir, where people focused heavily not only on the able-bodied sports people but on the results of this wonderful team. I'd like to congratulate and thank all the supporters, the coaches, the support staff, particularly the families and the friends that got behind our paraplegic Olympians to get them on their way to compete on a world stage and getting that fantastic result. Of course, there is a number of standouts, and I wouldn't take this time up of the House to go through each and every one of them, but joining in that chorus of support for Sophie Pascal, our very best Paralympian with the results that she's achieved, with 3 golds and 2 silvers, and of course a total of 15 medals in total throughout all of her campaigns at the Paralympics. And Liam Malone to break the world records on 2 occasions for 2 fantastic runs that he did is very, very commendable, sir. New Zealand First would also like to send our sincere condolences to the Iranian Olympic team and to the family and friends of Bahman Golbandindez Zahed, who tragically died in the closing days of the Paralympics. Our thoughts are with him and with his family. And, sir, I would just like to say that the amount of money that we as taxpayers invest into high-performance sports and para-sports just shows the importance that this has on New Zealanders, to show our patriotic pride and support for going above and beyond, if you like, sir. And it is somewhat disappointing that we struggle to see those games live and free to air. We had to sometimes stay up to midnight to see games and events being played late, and we would certainly again encourage this government to step up and put games of national significance live and free to air. We are already investing so much, sir. Why not put a little bit more so we can all enjoy it? Thank you very much.
Order. Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Marama Fox.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. I'm proud to take a call on behalf of the Māori Party and add my mihi to those that have been expressed in the House today. This Paralympic team has been the most successful and, as we've heard, first in the world per capita, as it should be. Mr. Speaker, while we're proud of all of the team, there are 2 particularly proud iwi within Māori Nation that will be trumpeting the sporting prowess of the 2 champions over the coming weeks and years. That is Cameron Leslie of Ngāpuhi and Holly Robson of Ngaitahu. Cameron Leslie won gold in Beijing, London, and he got the trifecta in Rio with a win in the pool. And he was interviewed before he headed off to Rio, and he told Mana magazine this. He said, "People don't see the support staff who are there crunching the numbers, figuring out where you can make gains. We have a biochemist on our team who analyses all my races to give me different tactics in each part of the swim. And then there's my coach who has a plan, and all those support people who help formulate that plan." Coming from a place like Northland is a big thing for me, and people often see you win on a world stage, and while I might not get to see them every day, I remember all of those who have helped me along the way. He mentioned the people who gave him a $20 cheque to get him to his very first event. They are all in his thoughts. When he stood on the winner's podium, when standing there, he said it was a representation of my country, my community of Northland, and my Māori heritage. And as with every world champion, Cameron said he lives by the whakatauki. I nā te mahi rangatira. The work you put in is from the results. The work you put in are the results you get out. And I cannot agree more with Cameron, and his words resonate with us in the Māori Party. Of course, Kaitahu, Holly Robson, when she flew the flag on behalf of the team, every member of the iwi, as with every member of New Zealand, would have been the prouder for it. We add our mihi to those of the House and congratulate our Paralympic team.
The Honourable Peter Dunn.
Mr. Speaker, an aphorism that most parents try to instil in their children as they grow up, but which gets sadly beaten out of them as they go through the education system and wider society, is that any child can do anything. Any child can grow up to be the person that they want to be. And I don't think there has been a better demonstration of that philosophy in practice than the Paralympic Games. The triumph over adversity, the triumph of training producing stunning results, the sheer enjoyment on the face of the athletes and the participants, the sense of excitement that they inculcated and the rest of us, the fact that we were following most events as best we could demonstrates, I think, the Olympic spirit at its ultimate. So, Mr Speaker, I want to add to the congratulations that others have put forward to our Paralympic team for their achievements, for the way they represented New Zealand, for their outstanding commitment to sport, and for the fact that they were, as we would say, the very best of ambassadors for our country. Mr Speaker, we can be proud of them individually, and collectively we can be proud of what they did themselves in terms of their own performances, but also what they achieved on behalf of our country. And Mr Speaker, they are the ultimate proof that any child can grow up to do anything if the commitment and the dedication is there, and I hope that lesson is not lost on future generations.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.